Hello and welcome to Triathlonology, a triathlon podcast by Animis racing team. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Jacqui. We are a mum and son coaching team who have changed our lives through the sport of triathlon.
Our podcast aims to break down the mysteries of triathlon training and show you, the listener, how simple and flexible it can be so that it really does become part of your lifestyle and not just a hobby. Hello and welcome to another episode of Triathlonology, a triathlon podcast by Animis racing team.
I'm Jacqui Saxon.
And I'm Oliver Saxon, and together we're a mum and son coaching duo in South Yorkshire and North Lincolnshire in England.
So what we're going to talk about today, Oliver?
Routine,
yeah, because everybody needs a routine. And once you get out of it, it's very difficult to get back into it.
Yes.
So even babies, from being a baby, you need to get a baby in a routine. So why are we any different? We've done it from the cradle. So
routines help people feel comfortable and have a sense of order in their life and everything, because it's something that they always do and they just follow. And they don't take any thinking, because you just do this and this and this, don't you?
Yeah, and it's one less thing to get yourself in your knickers in a twist about, isn't it?
And we used to have some really good routines.
We did, especially when you were still living at home. Then we used to have a great routine because we used to egg each other on and get all this food together and go out training at the same time, even though we didn't do each other's training. And you lose it. You do. You get, sometimes you get to a point where you think, oh, I should be doing this, but oh no, this is a bit more important. Well, it's not really.
I mean, for me, like, my routine got compromised, not because of COVID, because actually during that I were
bob on
doing everything I was supposed to do outside on my swimming machine, doing my outside swimming and doing all my running and cycling and everything. What caused me to fall out of routine was having my red S diagnosis, because that meant I had to stop doing endurance sport. And it's still taking, then once you're out, and that had been a routine that I'd had for, remember that 2021? Yeah. So that had been a routine I'd had for like 10 years almost. Yeah. And it's getting myself back into it now that I need to find, getting up in the morning and then doing your training session, so that before everything else happens, you've got that done, and then it doesn't really matter what happens at work or if you get in late, because you've got something done. Anything you get done in an evening is a bonus.
So how do you go about establishing a routine? Because I'm talking about this now, and I'm gonna put it into practice myself, because like Oliver, you know that our trials and tribulations are with illness and what have you, and some days it's an effort to get out of bed, quite frankly, but you just got to carry on. So what do we need to do to start establishing a routine? Well,
firstly, just like commit to doing something straight away, and then follow it through. I mean, they say to establish a routine and a habit takes about 60 days of doing the same thing.
Yeah, it does.
Every day, so about 2 months. But if you were to train in the morning, or made that your main session, whether you're going swimming, cycling or running in the garage, that'll have a great performance effect on you, because you end up syncing with your circadian rhythm and all the stuff that you would or that you are predisposed to, and we have been sort of genetically grown up with, the light in the morning, having something to drink, because I always feel dehydrated in the morning when I've woken up.
Well, yeah, because hopefully you've not had anything to drink for 8 hours.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. So having something to drink, water or something hydrating, getting some light, which particularly if you're in the northern hemisphere this time of year is a lot easier, because the sun's up from like 5 o'clock or earlier.
Yeah.
Streaming into your bedroom, so that helps you wake up a bit more naturally and give you some more energy. Yeah. And then the rest of it is doing some morning training, however hard or not hard that training might be.
Yeah, because it gets your body moving, it gets your mind moving, it gets everything back into sync after you've been laid down for 6, 7, 8 hours.
And it sort of just restarts your body into thinking, right, okay, this is another day now, because we've been in the dark for 8 hours or whatever asleep, and we just need to re-stimulate it now. This gets progressively more tricky, particularly in the northern hemisphere. And the more northern hemisphere you go, in the winter and the autumn, when the nights draw in and it's dark all the time.
Oh yeah, because like I'm terrible. I find it really. I hate winter, but that's probably another podcast. But once you're doing your workout, I think it really does set you up for the day. I always feel better if I've managed to get myself up, either go to the pool or the gym or whatever, get a session in, because it kickstarts your day, I think.
And Brett and Robbie always talk to me about it being like the golden hour, because whatever time you do it, if your working day starts at 8 or at 8:30 or at 9, well, if you're training before then, nothing can have happened. Like the phone hasn't started ringing, no emails have come through that you absolutely need to do until before you started work. So that is your slot to be able to do what you need to do in, either training or other life admin stuff, because you are in control of that bit. And then everything else when you get to work is more difficult.
So once you've done your workout, you must refuel. And I am very guilty of not doing this, which is because we're all human, and sometimes I think, oh, I forgot to make my breakfast, or can I do this, can I do, and before you know it, you're back at work, you've not had anything to eat or drink really, and that's really negating some of the positive things that you've done with your morning workout. So remember, you need some sort of fuel in your bag, chocolate milk, a fridgie. They're nice. If you're in the UK, you know what fridges are.
Or a Yazoo. Yazoos are less nice.
Less nice, but cheaper. Or make yourself a protein drink.
Yeah.
That just, as you've done your workout, if you have that, you consume that, then that's getting your body repairing itself.
Yeah, because there's about a 30 to 60 minute window in the post-exercise where your body is looking for nutrients to repair and grow muscle, and
improves your
help you absorb
function,
the training. And also it because your body's been under stress while you've been training, so taking in some fuel will help stabilise that cortisol response that's been put through, and it also refuels your brain, because the amount of times that I've been training and not had something to eat till I get to dinner time, and you get progressively more sluggish because you've used your energy at training and it's just gone down and down while you've been at work, your brain can only do so much on its own. So you need to help it out by fueling it, and that's an issue I've still got to get around even post Red S. That I don't do it consistently enough, or well enough. I'm getting better at it, but it's still something that is tricky to shake off, I suppose. That's the World mentality, isn't it?
And do you want to say that? Because I feel the same, because I think, I had a lot to eat today. Oh, that's a good thing, because I'm not. And I think it's not. It's because if you know our backstory, we both lost 5.5 stone with Slimming World before we were proper athletes, and we didn't really understand the importance of proper fueling and what have you. And it's very difficult, very, very difficult to get yourself into that other mindset that fueling for training or post-training or whatever is so important. And we both so if you're thinking, I don't do that, not everybody does. We're not pros. We say this every week. We are not professional triathletes.
And we all have competing interests other than training. So it might be that you think, I can sneak this hour session in, but then I've got to drive to work after that, and you get stuck in traffic. And then you might not be allowed to eat at your desk. So then you think, I'll just have to wait till lunchtime now. I say that from like a lived experience, because I've been there, done the swimming session, got stuck in traffic going to work, and then you're not allowed to eat at your desk. What are you supposed to do? Other than try and sneak a piece of toast while no one's looking, which isn't always easy, because toast makes the office smell nice. But it really is key to make sure that you have something to eat, whether you're training in the morning or whether your routine is, I'm going to just go to work, finish early, and then I'm going to do my training at night. Having something protein base with some simple carbohydrates for your tea after your training will more than, enhance the work that you've done and help refuel your recovery and repair your body ahead of the next session or sessions that you're going to be doing.
Yeah, so at lunchtime you're thinking about if you have to go out for your lunch or you buy it from somewhere, make sure that you're having enough protein and that you've got enough simple carbs, like Oliver says, to replenish what you've used during the morning, because just living, you use calories, and you've already, your body's still got that thermogenic?
Thermogenic, yeah. I mean, stuff like as a lunchtime, I mean, this is not really an English thing. It's definitely more of a continental thing and an American thing, but salads, people absolutely love a salad everywhere else apart from England, mainly because I think we don't really have a climate that suits salad eating.
No.
Does it? Or our expectation of what a salad is.
Yeah, because you just think it's a bit of lettuce and tomato and you think,
But that's not really what a salad is. I mean, one of the best salads I've ever eaten, I still eat, is a salad Savoyard, which is mainly new potatoes, cheese and bacon and some lettuce. So, but that doesn't really.
No, that one, I like that watermelon one.
Oh, watermelon and feta salad.
Feta, that's really lovely. In fact, I might
with
do
some
that.
rocket and honey.
Yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow.
I mean, and that is a really good recovery meal because you've got some slow release carbohydrates in there, but not a lot. You've got good nutrient dense food in your watermelon, your feta, some good healthy fats. Not so much in the Savoyard. That's definitely a treat. When you have, but Comté cheese cannot be beaten.
No.
Unfortunately. That's really fun. I might have that this weekend for my tea.
I'm going to have to go to Marks and get watermelon and everything, feta and everything.
And we usually have it with like Serrano ham or Parma ham or
Parma, prosciutto,
which is Dylan the cat's favourite. Even more favourite than chicken.
What, even more favourite than Lurpak?
Yeah, even more favourite than Lurpak. Dylan absolutely loves ham. So particularly when he was poorly, we had to feed him his tablets. He was such a middle class cat. We had to wrap his little tablets up in some prosciutto or Parma ham so he'd eat them.
He wouldn't eat it up.
He wouldn't eat it otherwise.
He wouldn't eat it in Lincoln
Lurpak.
as the cheapo ham.
No, I'd spit it out. Or Lurpak, same. We licked out Lurpak off it and then spat his tablet out, so we had to wrap it in Parma ham. But which we added because we were making watermelon feta salad, which is really delicious. Shout out to Alan Murchison for them recipes for the Savoyard and the watermelon and Serrano feta salad, because they are absolutely delicious, and you can probably find them in one of his 2 cookbooks.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So we will put a link to that in the show notes.
Well, we will certainly try.
We'll try.
Yeah.
Well, that's Mindy to do it.
Well, that's Mindy to do it. Yeah. Mindy's our podcast editor, just in case you didn't know. So having these sort of salady things or a lighter lunch but with nutrient dense vegetable. I mean, it could just be, even something like in the winter, a good old fashioned stew or a soup.
A soup, yeah, make yourself, soup's dead easy to make, even I do that.
Or a stew you can make in the slow cooker the night before, so you've got protein in there and then you fill that with vegetables and a bit of gravy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's still nutrient dense food that's going to release energy through the day, that's going to make you feel particularly sluggish or tired because you've had fast release from a bag of chips or
you've been to McDonald's or whatever.
Yes.
Anyway. So.
But also during the day, one of the key things that most people neglect is hydrating yourself.
Absolutely, and I am absolutely rubbish at this.
And I think about when I was at my best physically, and I would literally walk around with a 2 litre bottle of water or Ribena or whatever it was, a 1.5 litre tub bottle, or wander around, fill it up, and then probably have 2 of them in a day, and just sit there and drink it through my desk. I cannot tell you the amount. I do not do that now, and I really need to get back into that habit, because that makes you feel so much better when you've got enough water going through your body to counterbalance everything else that's happening.
So underestimated, and like we're revealing all our secrets here. But it's helping us, because we're gonna. Well, I'll report back next week and let you know whether I have had a lot more water.
I will also make sure I make that effort to carry that bottle around with me all the time.
And I will take a picture of my watermelon salad and post it on Instagram. So
Yes.
watch out for it.
And I might post my salad Savoyard if we have that this weekend. Because actually, I wonder if some of our new potatoes are ready to harvest.
Might be.
There might be. It might be able to have homegrown new potatoes. Can't grow home Comté cheese though, so that'll be a trip to Asda or Lidl. I don't know whether they'll have Comté. Probably not.
But Asda have it.
Asda have got it, yeah.
Have they?
And it's
don't like
middle
Asda,
class at Asda now.
It's not. It's definitely not.
Also, one of the things that I am terrible at doing at the minute, but would be really beneficial for me, is spending some time away from a screen. Or any screen. So
Yeah.
phone screen, tablet screen, laptop screen, TV screen, any kind of screen. Just take yourself off for 10 minutes and just go and have a lay down or a sit quietly looking out the window, and you'll be amazed at quite how better you'll feel from being disengaged from the world.
Yeah, definitely. What I find, and this is, I have got, during lockdown, I bought myself some Sony noise cancelling headphones that go over your ear like that. And honestly, some days I just put them on.
Some
Because,
days you wish you'd got them on.
yes, some days I have to put them on because I just need a break from people. So, and if you lay down with those on, it's just like so peaceful, and it is restorative. I think is that a word?
It is a word, yeah.
Is that a word? So I'm going to do that more. I've got a settee in my workshop, and especially when I was starting with the swimming, I always used to have a little nanny nap when I got into work because I was so tired.
I did have a settee in my office, but it's now in reception for staff.
You can't go sleep on
clients.
that. It's not going to give a very good impression if solicitors fast asleep on settee.
Not in middle office, no. So, but I can still at some point I'm going to have to take myself away and plug myself out of the world for 10 minutes and
I
just
think that's
feel a
one
bit
of the
better.
best.
And you could also combine that or add that, or better still add that too, like going for a walk
Going
outside.
for a walk, yeah. Because I've got to say, when it was, I know COVID was horrible, and don't get me started about it, but there were some good things. I used to have an hour's walk every single day outside, even if it was throwing it down with rain. I just used to put my coat on and me whatever they call it, is it like a pack-a-mac, but not a pack-a-mac, and just go for a walk. And it's amazing how better you felt having that walk outside in the fresh air for an hour. And when I think about it, it didn't suffer. I didn't suffer. My work didn't suffer. Well, it did. Well, I didn't have no work, but that's a different story altogether. But I work for myself. I should be able to go at lunchtime for half an hour and have a little walk round and feel better about the rest of the day. Really, I know it does you good. So I'm going to start doing that.
Even if you just buzz around the block for 10 to 15 minutes, around in a small circle, that'll do you the world of good, particularly during the daytime, whatever time of year it is.
Because you're getting
vitamin D, which we don't get enough of, particularly in, and I'm going to say this again, Northern Hemisphere or the Northern Hemisphere, like England and upwards. We just do not get enough vitamin D at all. So going outside and getting that and seeing some light, actual daylight, particularly in the winter when probably most of us go to work in the dark, come home in the dark, going out and getting some daylight in your eyes is definitely something that'll boost your energy and is a useful thing to incorporate into your routine while you are, whether you're training or not.
Well, even if you just not, everyone should be able to do that, and it would make everyone feel better and happier. Because it does make you happy when you're outside.
Well, it does, yeah. It makes you feel a lot better about life. And it's just something, I suppose it's because we're outdoor people, really, or outdoor-like creatures, really, and we're not supposed to be inside with artificial lights all the time.
Yeah.
And then the final thing for your daily routine, really, is like going to bed. And there's a lot of stuff, particularly in high-level sport, and about
Yeah, well, it's even like Team Sky used to take their own mattresses.
And pillows.
And
We've done that before.
We've done that before.
It's much better.
Yeah, if you take your own pillow, if you're going away...
We do that when we do London.
If you take your own pillow to... if you're stopping overnight for a race and whatever, you get a much better night's sleep if you've got your own pillow. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's absolutely true. And also, from sort of like, if your bedtimes... If you normally go to bed about 10, which if you're like me and you're training in the morning and whatever, most people, I would say most triathletes are not late night people.
No.
So turn your phone off. My phone is now set to stop. Is to go into do not disturb mode from 9 o'clock, and I try my hardest
keep off it
to not look at it, because you get a much better night's sleep if you've not looked at your phone. You've got no messages, nothing like that you've got to deal with, and you can just start to relax and get into that nighttime routine.
It's also important not to eat too late as well, because it can be that you do a training session and then you have a pretty big meal and then you go to bed quite full, or you get home from work late and then you end up going to bed quite full, and that doesn't do you any good either with your sleep and your routine. No. I know from when we've been coaching until late on a Thursday and then we've had his tea, I can tell you that my Thursday night sleep into Friday morning is always
when we used to coach at Hallam, and we used to get home on a Monday night, when we used to coach at 8:30. Well, 8:30. Well, 9:30.
Yeah, but we used to go to Costco for his tea, so we didn't have his tea then.
No, but we were still late.
Yeah, but that's fine. For me, being home later is alright, but it's having a meal late. Whereas when we're doing his swim coaching on a Thursday, because we don't get finished until, we don't get back till like 8:15. If I'm there, I'm going to bed at 9:30. There's not been a long period of time
just something to eat
between having my tea, which I need, which if you're not from Yorkshire, tea is what you would call dinner anywhere else in the world. But I'd have my tea and then have time for that to settle and then go to bed. And my sleep's always terribly long.
Yeah, mine's terrible on the Thursdays.
But sometimes you just can't avoid that, because what else can we do? It's not possible for us to have his tea before we go coaching.
No.
So again, like, just imperfect solutions.
But 1 week, one night out of 7
is not so bad.
But
try and optimise things as much as you can for you and set the deck up in your favour. Particularly now by limiting your screen now, removing blue light. I think you can still get blue light glasses. But taking that away and then slowly winding down from your day and then going to sleep and trying to get 8 hours in, and then you wake up in the morning and start your routine all over again.
Yeah, you go and watch will say yes in high, your high, what is it like?
High state of training.
High state in training readiness, and you think, really?
Or like today's suggestion is rest.
Rest. You think, or what's even worse, it suggests that you've had a nap. No, if you've not had a nap, that is most annoying when your watch says you've had a nap. So, what we're going to recap from this. So, first of all,
the importance of having a routine in your day and how that routine is made up, be it with it training in the morning, but then refueling with a proper breakfast afterwards.
Yeah, having something light and nutritious for your lunch.
Plenty of water or other hydration during the day.
Yeah, not coffee or tea, because really, although we're from Yorkshire and we like tea, it's a bit of a
stimulant
and a diuretic. So you need, really, water's best.
Or, squash or whatever you put in it.
Or even zeros.
Oh yeah, or like hydration
tablets.
Yeah, hydration tablets can make things taste a bit nicer. Or there's them weird bottles where they have them, you sniff them and the smell or whatever what flavour you want.
I don't know this.
Well, I can't remember what they're called. If you can remember what they're called, put it in the comment on this.
Because this is
or send us an email, but I forget what it's called. There's a bottle you can have where it's got a smell in it and it's just full of water, but because your taste buds and your smell are really well simultaneous, you can't tell the difference between flavoured water and not flavoured water. Wow. So even if it's that, and then your evening routine, again, making sure you're removing the blue light as much as you possibly can, particularly as you get closer to bed.
Put your phone on, do not disturb.
And eat earlier, so that your body's got time to digest things before you go to sleep and ruin your sleep.
So, Hope that's been useful. I'm Coach Jacqui.
I'm Coach Oliver, and until next time, we'll civvy.
Thank you for joining us today.
See you next time.
See you then, or as we say in Yorkshire, civvy.